I'm Casey Ferguson. I'm Sophie Fergie's dad. And anyone that follows my daughter has heard or seen the documentary Bad Influence. I want the world to know the truth, and I want her mother, Heather Trimmer, to be held accountable for it, for the way that she has raised our daughter and for the lies that she's told. To start, it was her mom's idea to move in, and I have the text messages to prove it. She was also forced to leave because of the toxicity that she provided on set. She was fully involved in the creativity and in the sexual exploitation of my daughter. Not only was she a creative in it, not only did she help pick out the outfits, not only did she help take pictures and run an Instagram account for it, she was 100% fully involved and best friends. Lived there, fully. She comes out on this documentary with fake tears, acting like she herself was a victim. It's not true. The only victim in this is my daughter. Sophie is the victim. To this day, Sophie is taken advantage of from her mom on several accounts. She's been forced to pay the bills. She's been forced to provide a lifestyle, a living, for which her mother continues to live off of. Down to the Mercedes-Benz that Heather Trimmer drives, down to the rent that's paid in the Hollywood Hills in the house that they live in, down to the clothes on her back, down to the lip injections that go in her lips, down to all the modifications that she's done has been paid for by my daughter. And she has the nerve to create a Netflix documentary without my approval, without my knowledge, and come out and tell the world lies. In the documentary, someone mentions that sex sells to make it more sexy. And my question to you, Heather, is, why'd you stay? Why did you take a lot of the sexual pictures of our daughter? Why did you run an Instagram account sexually exploiting our daughter and other children? Where's your accountability in this? Where's your part? Why did you approve some of the sexualized thumbnails that you sent to your friend to have post? Why didn't you take into account the many text messages that I sent you telling you that videos were inappropriate, to take them down, that many of the clothes that they were wearing were too provocative? Why didn't you listen then? Why is it now all of a sudden that you're coming to this realization as if it was never brought to your attention before, but now all of a sudden you're coming to this realization, it's a brand new revelation to you that sex sells, and you just had to be involved in it. You just were somehow forced to be there. You were there on your own merit. You were there because the money was too good. It was racking up, and you know it, and the world's going to know it. You need to be held accountable. You're a liar, and you're the biggest predator to Sophie, and you know it. I'm Casey Ferguson, Sophie Fergie's dad. Yesterday, I exposed Sophie Fergie's mom, Heather Trimmer, and in that video, I said that I would make a follow-up video showing the truth, the text messages, the proof. And in this video, you're going to see that. But before I do, I wanted to address a comment. I did not get paid by Tiffany Raquel to come out with the truth. I can't be bought or paid for it. I'm here to expose who Heather Trimmer is and to shed light on the person that lives with my daughter. In the documentary, Heather made it seem like they begged her to move in. But as you can see in this text message, that's not the case at all. Feel free to screenshot it if you want, but I'm going to jump to the part that proves. I was really stoked on living with my BFF, and I never had a friend as close as you. And even though everyone said not to, I was a rebel and said you to everyone and pushed to move in. I've really enjoyed living with you and being a part of your world, and I'll miss you terribly. Heather also claims responsibility of removing Sophia from a toxic situation, but as you can see in this text message, that's clearly not the case. In fact, she was kicked out of the squad. I'm sorry, it's extremely hard for me to trust anyone, and I don't want to take Sophie from the squad. She was crying, and I'll just step back to speak my feelings. I'm also looking for a place, but there's not much you can do with this virus. I'm sorry that you hate me and think that I'm the cause of all drama. I hate drama, to be honest. That's why my guard is up. Anyway, please don't take Sophie from the squad. I can apologize to Tanya and explain myself. This next one supports my claim that her mother has been spending all her money. I'm also really nervous about the YouTube. It's doing so bad, and I need to make money to survive. And to the people commenting, where was I? Why didn't I do anything? This email was to my lawyer back in 2019, and I'm gonna step out of the way here so you can screenshot it or read it. But it clearly shows and says what my intent is. I have several pictures in here that I was concerned about and videos that were posted about my daughter. And just to follow up with that, this is also another email back in 2019 to my lawyer explaining that I didn't feel comfortable with Sophia living with another adult. I've been involved in my daughter's life from day one, and the only time that I've ever been absent is when Sophia was purposely being kept from me by her mother. And in this email, it will prove that. So as you guys can see, I've been silenced. This is a story well over a decade in the making, and unfortunately, the only way that I've been able to get any voice out there is by going to social media. I've been screaming from the rooftops from the get-go. And I hope that you guys can see through the lies.
We left her there with a fucking monster. They could have saved both of them at that point had they not been instructed to tell them bullshit. So that was what kept me there. Plus Piper asking me to come in. I just didn't want to leave her. I felt bad for her. I felt bad for Piper. I always wonder, like, how is she? We left her there with a fucking monster. And she was like my little buddy. And, like, hopefully when she gets older, she'll realize. Maybe one day her and Soph go to reconnect. But I hope she's good.